the show, but Miss Kate said no. I'll tell you what you can do. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Casey saw all the games, knew the players by their first names, told the umpire he was wrong all along, good and strong. When the score was just 2-2, Casey knew what to do. Just to cheer up the boys she knew, she made the gang sing this song. Take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
So it's not the best option, but it just is what it is.
How do the guys quickly just forget this one?
Well, then I guess there's only one thing left to do.
What's that?
Win the whole fucking thing.
Greetings, folks, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where tonight the Baltimore Orioles, what remains of them, will be playing the Los Angeles Angels in the first game of a 3-game series here at Oriole Park at Camden Yards in Baltimore, Maryland. How you doing, everybody? I think I know. It's your old pal, the BirdWatcher here. People call me BW for short, and that works for me. Folks, well, the trade deadline passed since we last played baseball, if you want to call it a baseball game, 6 innings in the rain. The Orioles played out their role in this 2026 trade window. And oh, what a trade window it was. Folks, let me tell you about the talent that we brought in, all right? You wanted to bring in some talent? We've got Christian Franklin. He's in the lineup. We've got Carlos Narvaez. He's in the lineup. All right, so that's the additions. Subtractions. You know what they are, folks. We have 50 games left in this season, and last I checked, we're 2.5 games out of the final wild card spot. And all the teams vying for that spot around us, they all went out and tried to improve their team. We went the opposite direction. So, I'm not sure how our players are supposed to feel about it. I'm not sure how Gunnar, a guy who's already struggling mentally with maybe putting too much pressure on himself, how is he going to feel now? We'll see. But we got one thing going for us, which is we're kind of playing with house money here in terms of the rest of the season. We're supposed to not be in it anymore. We're supposed to just fall by the wayside. You know, just observe these other teams just leave us in the dust as they chase their postseason dreams, and we just sit back and wonder what draft pick we're getting. That's I guess what we're supposed to do. But I'm looking at my calendar here. There's about 2 months of baseball, 8 weeks, 50 games, something like that. I'll decide when this season is over. Thank you very much. But according to our general manager, it ended yesterday. So, with that in mind, we start a new chapter of Orioles baseball. And, yeah, we'll talk about it, folks. I talked about it at length last night, and I didn't even really scratch the surface. I spent about 90 minutes last night just reacting and pouring out my feelings about the direction of this organization. It goes beyond just the players we sent away and all that stuff. I went into it, and we can talk about it while we watch this game. We can talk about it for the next 2 months because, yeah. But we got baseball to play here. Let's go ahead and go through the process here of talking about the pitching matchup and starting lineups for tonight's game against the Angels. Angels in town. They are 26 games under 500. And on the road, they have a .333 winning percentage. They drop 2 out of 3 every time. 18 wins to 36 losses on the road. Had we approached the trade deadline a little bit differently, I'd be looking at this series as a must 2 wins with a chance to sweep. And if we had, we'd be 1 game under 500. But, yeah, we got an interesting pitching matchup tonight. Very interesting. We had an open spot in the rotation after Dean Kramer was shipped off to Minnesota because there were not only just 1 but 2 off days since Trevor Rogers' last start. That was against Tarek Skubal in that final game against Detroit that come from behind win. Since that game, there was an off day, then 3 games against Philly, and then another off day. So Rogers is more than ready for his next start, and he could have been selected to pitch tonight. Bump him up. Maybe we can get 1 extra start out of him before the season's over. And why not? If he's going to be walking, let's use the most of him that we can while we have him. But we're going to go with Cade Povich. Cade Povich got called up to fill up that open spot in the rotation, and he will start tonight. Okay, in fact, if you'd like to know what the rotation looks like starting now after the deadline, Povich tonight, Trevor Rogers tomorrow, Brandon Young, then Shane Baz, and then Kyle Bradish. That is the order of the rotation right now. Povich, Rogers, Young, Baz, and Bradish. Cade Povich has not been performing well in AAA. In fact, he was pretty much wrecked his last time up. I wonder if I can quickly access the statistics posted by Phantom in our Discord here. But numbers not good for Cade Povich. I can't. Oh, I'm in the wrong area of the Discord. Let me go over here. It is Povich at AAA. Appalling since returning from injury. His last start for the Norfolk Tides, he gave up 10 hits and 6 earned runs in 6 1/3 innings. And he has an ERA over 7 for AAA. Does that sound like numbers that you're just rushing to call a guy up for? I think Povich is going to make this start, and I think the next time his turn comes up in the rotation, which, by the way, is left blank in the probable starter list, I do believe Chris Bassett will slot in that second time around. That would be the final game against the Rangers in the next series. Okay, you feel me, folks? Povich tonight, and then likely Chris Bassett will take that spot after we see Rogers, Young, Baz, and Bradish in that spot again, coming up in the finale in Texas. That's on Sunday. That's how it looks to me with the way things are lining up. All right, so let's take a look at the numbers here for both of these pitchers. Oh, by the way, for the Angels, I'd be remiss if I didn't give a proper introduction to our opposing pitcher tonight. Folks, we are welcoming to the city of Baltimore tonight Grayson Rodriguez. Grayson Rodriguez is on the mound. The first game where we trade Taylor Ward away, and the guy that we traded him to get is the guy that's facing us tonight against a guy that probably shouldn't be in the rotation if we're trying to compete. What has Mike Elias done to this season? Cade Povich in the majors this season, only 19 and a third innings, has a record of 1 win, 1 loss, a 5.12 ERA, and a whip of 1.34. Those numbers are not good, but they're better than AAA. Grayson Rodriguez, meanwhile, this is what we've missed since we parted ways with him. He's gone 44 innings on the season. That's not a lot. With an ERA of 7.98. Pretty much call it 8 runs per 9 for Grayson. And a whip, very high, 1.75. In 44 innings, he's given up 56 hits and 21 walks to 36 strikeouts, also giving up 9 home run balls. That's about 1 every 5 innings. It is bad numbers across the board for Grayson Rodriguez. Don't you dare let him come in to our yard tonight and suddenly shut us down. But folks, who knows what the mentality of this Orioles team is going to be like after their general manager basically told them, without actually even meeting them in person and having the cojones to face this team or even the manager. According to Elias, he hasn't even talked to Craig Albernes since the fire sale went down yesterday. According to Elias, he's tired and he needs some rest. This reminds me of, I don't know if you ever saw the original The Office, David Brent, the character played by Ricky Gervais. But a main plot point is that his office and another office, they're like downsizing. They've got to basically shut one of the offices down and like merge them with the other. And he just kind of sold his own staff down the road. I don't know. It's an analogy I just lost my train of thought with. I don't know. The point is, I'm unhappy. And if you want to know more about how unhappy I am, just watch a video I put out last night on the channel, okay? Here's the starting lineup, so we got to hurry up. First pitch is like 5 minutes away. And I'm not even sure if... Yeah, I might have to mess around with my stream here. For the visiting Angels, Zach Neto at shortstop will lead off. Mike Trout will hit second and play center field. Nolan Shanwell will hit third and play first base. Vaughn Grissom, the cleanup hitter, is at second base. Denzer Guzman at third base will bat fifth. Is it Moises Ballesteros? I believe that might be a new acquisition for the Angels. I thought he was a catcher prospect for the Cubs. Might have to look into that. But he's DHing for the Angels. He's hitting sixth. Veteran catcher Travis d'Arnaud behind the plate hitting seventh. Jose Siri in left field will bat eighth. And batting ninth in right field, Wade Meckler. Wade Meckler. I don't know much about him, but his numbers are good. This guy's batting .295. Why they have him batting ninth, I have no idea. He's got the best average in this lineup. And you know how we are. That must be it. The Angels must have gotten the scouting report that we have an incredibly tough time with number 9 hitters. So they put their best average hitter in the number 9 spot. Okay, I see now. That makes sense. For the Orioles, Dylan Beavers will be in right field, and he'll lead off. Pete Alonso will bat second and play first base. Gunnar Henderson at shortstop hitting third. Christian Encarnacion Strand has graduated to bat cleanup with Taylor Ward out of the picture. Encarnacion Strand has been asked to be a power guy, be an RBI man there, batting fourth. He's been doing the job no matter where we've been hitting him so far. We'll see how that works out. Jackson Holliday also moving up in the lineup, batting fifth for the second time, I believe, in as many games. He's at second base. Kobe Mayo will bat sixth, and he's DHing, thankfully. Christian Franklin will play left field. He is your newest Baltimore Oriole, one of the newest. Franklin is a right-handed hitter and 26 years old. He will bat seventh. Colton Cowser will hit eighth in center field, and then another Oriole debut, this time catcher Carlos Narvaez, who comes in this season 171 at-bats on the year, hitting just 187. Not exactly the offense at the position we were hoping for, but hey, there is good news about Carlos Narvaez. He does defend. He's one of the better defensive catchers in baseball right now. If it weren't for his defense, I don't think the Red Sox would still have had him on the active roster. But as a backup number two catcher, very good defender, and still young, still relatively young. I think Narvaez is what, like 26 years old? He's 27. Okay, 27. Narvaez, when he first came up with Boston, he was hitting some, but he hasn't really hit for a while. But if you can get this guy to hit a little bit, I don't mind having him on the team. I mean, I'm just talking about what we got. I want Adley back, of course. But if you got Narvaez, and once we get back Basayo, if it's Basayo and Narvaez, that's better than Basayo and Trump or Basayo and Huff. Perhaps even better than Basayo and Jake Rogers. I don't know, folks, how did you feel about Jake Rogers? I feel bad because when we signed him, I rushed to the MLB store to get a personalized jersey of Jake Rogers, and I'm still waiting on it to arrive in about 10 days. But he's gone now. I'm going to have to figure out what to do with my Jake Rogers jersey. That was a fun 24 hours with that guy. Folks, 86 degrees is the game time temperature in downtown Baltimore. Partly cloudy skies. Doesn't look like rain is going to be a factor. There are no umpires listed here. What's that all about? Let me refresh this. No umpire crew. At least not where that information is normally provided. That's a little foreboding. What kind of umpire crew are we going to have tonight? Maybe it's all robots. Maybe I just haven't been following the news. Okay, the Orioles are 4 games under 500. We have 50 games left to play. We've dropped our last 2, and we're playing the Angels. They're in last place. They're not very good at all. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for whatever the hell is to come. And I hope you folks are too. Hey, Scotty boy, popping in with a super chat. Scotty, you're so generous, man. Just, I can't be more grateful for your generosity, sir.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
Scotty boy says, BW, I'm sorry about Adley. What a punk Elias is, but now you and I can hate the Red Sox even more now. Yeah, I mean, yeah, nothing changes. You know, I'm about 50 years old. I don't think I can hate either the Yankees or the Red Sox more than I already do. And it will always be the Yankees hated more. Red Sox are well hated, but it's a distant second. But I say that the distant third hated team is way far away from Boston. There is the Yankees, there's Boston, and then there's just everybody else that I might not like. Cade Povich. There he is, taking his warm-up tosses as we speak. Folks, please do me a favor and get your ball game synced up with me. The best way to do that is to pause the game right after the first pitch you see, and then wait for me to catch up and call that first pitch. And once I've done it, you unpause your game, and now we're synced up for the rest of the night. If you've already seen that first pitch, wait for the second pitch and do the same thing, or wait for the next batter and their first pitch. You got the idea, though. Pick a moment, pause where it makes sense, and then let me catch up to that same moment, unpause, and we're lined up. All right. What happened to my stream? My stream just went to no data. First pitch of the ball game is inside for ball one. Folks, once again, first pitch of the ball game inside for ball one. Early here, already having a streaming lag issue. I hope that was just a blip. Here's a hard hit ball foul by Neto. And the count is 1-1. So again, if you failed to get synced up with me that first time around, that's on my end. Looks like the stream was lagging for a moment. Neto's hitting .230, right-handed hitting shortstop. Next pitch, that ball off the end of the bat is going to be served into center field. Cowser's waiting on it, and he's got it for the first out of the ball game. I would assume with Ward out of the equation, Cowser is going to be playing center field virtually every day. Ward was pretty much our only everyday outfielder. I think Cowser would take that title now. Not because he's hitting so well, but he provides very good defense, and that's something this team desperately needs, particularly in a position like center field. Mike Trout at the plate, folks. First pitch to him is fouled away. Trout, a loyal Angel. For whatever reason, this guy, first ballot Hall of Famer, even with all the injuries over the last few years, despite never having an opportunity to play in a postseason once with this franchise, apparently doesn't want to leave. And, you know, a lot of people question him about that. If he wants to be if he's comfortable where he is, I don't know. It's a tough one. I mean, how do you not admire a little bit of loyalty to a team, you know, and their fan base? If I'm an Angels fan, I'm ecstatic that I've been able to idolize Mike Trout over the years, and he's not going anywhere. 2-2 pitch to Trout, fouled away, folks. By the way, if you're expecting good attendance tonight, what the hell were you thinking? After what happened yesterday, you can see it at the ballpark today. We had a lot of good turnouts in that opening series against the Phillies. Now, to be fair, that's a weekend series. You also got Philly fans making the trip down to help fill up the ballpark. But, man, pretty slim pickings here tonight. 3-2 on Trout, and a fastball is fouled away. Long AB here between Povich and Trout. 7 pitches already. 4 of them have been fouled away. There's been 3 balls and 4 foul balls. He has not taken a strike. And there's another foul. We'll get another pitch. Oh, folks, forgive me. We're supposed to be over here by now. There we go. Here's another 3-2. Swing and a miss on that lollipop curveball from Povich. Just enticing Trout to swing it as it was hanging on that outside corner. And Trout comes up empty. Hey, give it to Cade Povich there. That was a long battle with a Hall of Famer, and Povich comes out the winner. 2 down for Nolan Shanwell, and he takes outside for ball 1. Shanwell hitting .273. Half a dozen homers, 37 driven in. Off the plate, 2-0. Oh, folks. Hey, do me a favor, please. Just a gentle reminder. The like count right now is only in the 30s, and we got well over 100 more people than likes in the room. It's about a 4-to-1 non-like to like ratio at the moment. What do you say you go ahead and get that thumbs up out of the way early? Tap that like button, please. The count is now 3-0 on Shanwell, and this one is just a call to strike, I think. And I think Shanwell wants a challenge. That is not a strike. He's going to get... He didn't challenge. He did not challenge. He raised his bat, which is not the body language to indicate I want to challenge, but I thought he had maybe at least verbally had. Anyway, the count now 3 balls and a strike. And there's strike 2. A well-placed pitch there on the outside corner at the knees. So Shanwell, once again, had he played his cards right, would already be on first base. Instead, it's a full count. If he can get on, Vaughn Grissom would be next. The 3-2 pitch to Shanwell. And that ball is going to be hit. Oh, that ball is going to get down for extra bases. Right center field, wide open. And Cowser could not get to it in time. Shanwell doubles to right center field to put a runner at second base and 2 down. Sorry for the strange call there, folks. I had to work around the lag issue. All right, here is Vaughn Grissom. He was with the Red Sox originally, if memory serves. Takes strike 1 on a curveball. And a check swing here. Home plate ump says he went. No need for an appeal. And the count is 0-2. The infamous Ernie Clement base path play. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. That curveball in the dirt. And Vaughn Grissom, 3 pitches. See you later.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Well, Povich may have been struggling in AAA, but maybe he's got something to motivate him tonight. And he is facing one of the crappier teams in the league. Well, maybe he can help us out tonight. Good first inning. He did give up a hit, but he struck out 2, including Trout. We go to the bottom of the first, folks. It's the Angels 0, and the Orioles are coming up. All right. Yeah, there was a lot of response both on the community post and within the comments section of that sort of unplanned reaction to the trade deadline special I did last night. And maybe it would be a good opportunity to talk about some of these comments, get everybody else's opinion on these things. Let me go over to my channel here. Let's look at the community board first. And what do we have here? The fact Adley went to a division rival is just salt in the wound. Disgusting. So forever meant just 13 more games, apparently. That's referring to Mike Elias talking about he wants Rutschman to be an Oriole forever, and then 13 games later sends him packing. BW, we don't have closer. Wells gone too. Yep, I know. We lost with them. We need more talent. We got some today. Fort is going to start soon. Wells won't keep this play up. I don't think it's kind of unfair to just assume Tyler Wells is washed the moment we trade him away. Hey, folks, Grayson Rodriguez, first pitch, outside, ball 1 to Dylan Beavers. There's Grayson. It's the first time I've actually seen him on a mound since he played for us. Pitch high, and hey, old habits die hard. He falls behind the leadoff man, Beavers, 2 balls, no strikes.
Nice beaver.
Thank you.
Swing and a miss. That's the first strike from Rodriguez on the outer edge, and Beavers took a swing, but he missed it. 2-1. Here's a strike, belt high on the inside corner to even up the count. Tony said, our owner made money by buying businesses, selling off assets, shutting them down. It got worse when Rubenstein bought the team. It's all about profit. It really does feel like our team, I know it's naive. Swing and a miss. Beavers strikes out on a fastball at 98 at the top of the zone. So after falling behind 2-0, Grayson comes back to strike out the first batter he sees. But, folks, I don't want to sound naive. I get it. Anything that involves the amount of money involved with, like, running a professional sports team, of course, profit margins and all that stuff matter. But sometimes you wonder as a fan if it's emphasized so much, and you just wonder if all that emphasis was put into actually building a winning team, you put your resources into it. If this team wins, you're going to fill up the ballpark. You're going to sell a lot of merch. You're going to make a lot of money that way too. Anyway, Pete Alonso is at the plate, folks, and he's already behind in the count with a ball and 2 strikes. Forgive me for not calling every pitch there. Swing and a miss, and Alonso strikes out. Another 98-mile-an-hour fastball by Grayson up in the zone. 2 batters up, 2 batters strike out against Grayson. Again, Grayson has had an ERA right around 8, and his numbers across the board, not good. Lots of walks, lots of hits, lots of home runs. Here's a ball that's going to be flared to second base by Gunnar Henderson, caught over at second by Vaughn Grissom, and that'll end the inning. That splintered Gunnar's bat. And so that ball just kind of died off the bat. Folks, the Orioles go 1-2-3 with 2 strikeouts and a broken bat flare to second. If that is a sign of the offense to come, or sort of the spirit around this team, well, I'm ready for whatever we get to happen here. Sorry, we got a @mention. I don't know how long Christian Franklin will be on the team, but in case you hadn't chosen a soundbite for him, I shared one on Discord. It's funny. I will look into it, Chilo. I cannot guarantee I will incorporate it into the soundboard. I had to make room for this funeral music. So that's taking up the spot once occupied by Adley Rutschman. Yeah, that's moved all the way up to the second page. But yeah, we'll look into it.
This is great iced tea.
Oh my, folks, what in the world?
What was that? It was bad. It had nothing, no fire, no energy, no nothing.
I did have Taylor Ward's spot, but I'd also kicked Tyler O'Neill way down, and so I replaced that with Tyler O'Neill. And Tyler O'Neill's spot has now been replaced with this. I brought back the Kerstad Silent J sound because I'm anticipating seeing Kerstad. My God, Mike Elias has the balls to sit in right now on Masson with Ben and Kevin, and I don't want to hear a damn word out of his mouth. Denzer Guzman is at the plate. He takes strike one from Povich. Guzman hitting .236 with 5 homers, 16 RBI. And now it's 0-2 after fouling away a changeup. This curveball will bounce in there for ball one. Let's slime Mike Elias out of Baltimore. Like Nickelodeon style. I wouldn't mind a good old-fashioned dunking booth. You know, you can set it up right on Utah Street, right next to Boog's Pit. It's just a GM dunk tank. Get a little, like, rubber baseball, and you just hit the target. Folks, Guzman now with a full count, leading off the top of the second inning. And the payoff pitch, swung on and missed. Cade Povich make that 3 strikeouts to the first, for the first 4 outs of the game. 3 by strikeout for Povich. I like that. Wait a minute. Now I've lost my... Wait a minute. What happened here? Oh, I've screwed up my own... I'm going to have to fix that now. One of these buttons is backwards. I need to fix it. It won't let me go back to my other buttons. Hold on a sec. This is an emergency. Here's Moises Ballesteros. He looks at a strike. Left-handed hitter. Hitting .231. Okay, so this one. There we go. Here's a ball hit out to right. That's going to get down for a single. It's a 1-out single for Ballesteros. That was hit hard off the bat, 107.5 miles an hour. All right, you're going to let me get back there now? Okay, that's better. Oh my God, I just heard the word bucket. Is he still talking about buckets? Is he still using the bucket metaphor? Again, I watch with my sound low enough to where I just want to hear the crack of the bat. But occasionally I can hear some words. I swear to God, did Kevin Brown, if you're watching Masson right now, did he talk about the buckets? Travis d'Arnaud's at the plate, and he's got a lock of his hair sticking out of his helmet. He looks ridiculous. It's strike one on d'Arnaud. And the next pitch from Povich, a changeup. It is over the plate, but it's low. The count is a ball and a strike. I swear I heard the bucket thing. Oh, my God, the buckets. Swing and a miss, a changeup low and away. Povich is looking good so far tonight, both with his command and the mix of pitches. 1-2 on d'Arnaud. And that ball reached for, and that ball's going to get past Holiday into shallow right field for a not very hard hit single. Tough break there for Povich. That ball was off the plate. That should have been a foul ball or a swing and a miss. Instead, somehow, d'Arnaud able to serve it into right for an opposite field single. First and second, one away. Tell me more about the buckets, Mike. Hey, I've got my own bucket list. You know what's on my bucket list? Replacing my team's general manager. It's on my bucket list. Here's Jose Siri. Swings and misses at a big curveball from Povich. And the next offering, over the plate but low with that changeup. Those seem to be his primary pitches so far tonight, the changeup and the curve. Off-speed stuff. 1-1 pitch, back to the curve. That one's lined to Gunnar. He goes to second, and the throw to first in time. And that's Jose Siri, who's got a lot of speed. But that ball lined to Gunnar on a bounce, and the Orioles turn a 6-4-3 twin killing to end the inning. And folks, you know who's happier more than anybody about that double play? Mike Elias, because now the inning is over and he can get out of this interview quickly. Anytime you bring in a guest for an interview for a half an inning, you never know if it's going to be 90 seconds or half an hour. It all depends on how the inning goes. I'm sure Elias was just praying there'd be a quick inning there. We go to the bottom of the second. There is no score. Folks, I got a few more bites of my breakfast, and I'm going to chow down. So I'll go off camera, and I'll be back in just 4.5 shakes of a lamb's tail. I think that works out about, that's pretty accurate. 4.5 shakes, folks. Be right back.
He met a strange friend in the Chesapeake.
Where's you from?
Baltimore.
What?
Baltimore.
Baltimore? What's that?
Look, it doesn't really matter, all right?
Bacon! Bacon! Where's the bacon? I smell bacon! 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 Gotta be bacon! Only one thing smells like bacon! That's bacon! Bacon, 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 bacon! There! From that bag! What's it say? I can't read! Please, please, give me what's in the bag! Chewy, yummy, smoky bacon!
There you go.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy! No, 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 no! It's bacon!
No, it's Bacon Strips, brand dog snack from Purina. Bacon Strips. Dogs don't know it's not bacon.
It's bacon!
All right, folks, we're back underway. First pitch to Christian Encarnacion Strand is fouled away. And the next one is fouled behind the plate, 0-2. Folks. With Taylor Ward now in Seattle, the Orioles have adjusted their lineup, and part of that adjustment is moving Strand up to bat cleanup now. Grayson's 0-2 pitch is fouled away. He went back to that high fastball that got him a couple of strikeouts in the first inning. Strand hitting .289. And the next 0-2 pitch, another high pitch, but a changeup, pulled to third base, picked up there by Guzman, and Strand will be thrown out for the first out here in the bottom of the second. Folks, I'll be back on camera in just a minute. Just 2 more bites of food here. Almost finished. That is strike 1 to Jackson Holiday. Holiday up to hit 5th in the lineup. And a swing and a miss makes it 0-2. He chased a low changeup there. So far, Grayson Rodriguez is dominating this Oriole lineup. Grayson of the 8 ERA. And by the way, I mean, if anybody should have a good scouting report or know what to look for, should be us. That pitch is low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. This pitch is popped up by Holiday down the right field corner, all the way into that triangle area and up against the wall. That ball is not going to be in play. It does come falling down, but not catchable. 1-2 the count on Holiday. Here is the 1-2 pitch. Pops straight up on the infield, third base side. Shortstop Neto is under it, and he's got it. Holiday's gone. The Orioles haven't even hit the ball hard yet. 2 down here in the second. And Kobe Mayo due up next. He's coming in batting 199. Whoa, Preston. My goodness, is there an emergency? Folks, Mayo pops up the first pitch. Neto makes the catch in shallow left, and this inning is over. It's early, folks, but this offense right now doesn't look like they're trying to grind out at bats. They look like they're up there just to fulfill an obligation. Folks, what kind of baseball are we going to be watching here for the next 50 games? We go to the third inning, folks. No score. No score yet. Yeah, so I missed it. There was Preston. You okay, buddy? You got that megaphone caps lock on. Yes, I agree with getting behind the team as is. That is the point. The organization is not fully behind the team playing crapshoot. Throw the dice with many acquisition players, see what happens. Not. Did I read that right? Not. Was that like a Wayne's World not? Or is that just, did you run out of character space? Was there more? I'm just having fun, Preston. Just having fun, buddy. Cap emphasis. Yeah, you're emphasizing. I just don't know if it works when you emphasize an entire paragraph. Individual words, maybe a phrase. I'm just playing, buddy. I'm playing. We all need to have a laugh right now, don't we? We all need to just find the humor in things right now. I think I upset him, BW. Sorry. So, okay. And folks, if you're here right now, you're an Oriole fan that's in some stage of grief. You're mourning on some level. So let's all just try to understand each other. It might be a little bit fragile right now. Let's be cool. Meckler with a ground ball. That's going to sneak through left field. Base hit under the diving glove of Gunnar Henderson. Meckler is aboard. Wait, isn't that the number 9 guy? Yes. Folks, another number 9 hitter doing what they do. We can't get him out. All right. BW, I drove 5 hours to go to Saturday's game. Oh, you were there for that 6-inning garbage? I'm so sorry, Garrett. Oh, and you ended it with an LOL, but man, I know you weren't laughing about it when it went down like that for you. I feel so. Everybody that went to that game deserves a refund. Want to know the count here on Neto, and a curveball called a strike, just 77 miles an hour on that big break curveball of Cade Povich. We are scoreless in the top of the third, folks. Angels at the plate, runner at first, nobody out. The 1-1, that's hit hard, and that's a base hit in the left field. Angels have first and second with nobody out. That one was triple digits off the bat, and Cade Povich, while showing some signs of looking good, he's also showing some signs of not looking good. That's his fifth hit given up already with nobody out in the third. Here's Trout. He takes high for ball one. This is a tough spot. You have to go after Trout, and while he was retired the first time around, 2 men on, nobody out. The pressure is on Povich here. Oh, he got a feeble swing out of Trout there on a high fastball. That evens it up at a ball and a strike. The 1-1. Inside edge, strike two called. By the way, if you're not watching the game, I failed to tell you earlier that the Orioles are wearing their traditional home white jerseys. Angels have red jerseys with gray pants. Swing and a miss. There's another strikeout for Povich. It's a Jekyll and Hyde performance here tonight so far. But as long as Povich can hold these hits to singles and spread them out, then maybe he can have a decent night here. Here's Sean Well. First pitch swinging, fouls it away. A slider from Povich. We do have a catcher receiving pitches right now that you can trust. Carlos Narvaez. He's a good defensive catcher. This pitch is off the plate, low and away. 1-1 the count. I said Povich limiting these Angels to singles. He did give up a double to Sean Well first time, but worked around that. 1-1 pitch, fouled away. 2 strikes. This will be the 48th pitch already for Povich with only 1 out in the third. And that breaking ball's hit on the ground. Holiday will have only 1 play as he has to go all the way near first base to get this ball. And the only out is at first. So a 4-3 put out ground ball, but 2 runners move up. With 2 out, runners at second and third for the Angels, and the batter Vaughn Grissom. Big moment in the ball game here. Got to get him out. Grissom struck out first time. And there's a first pitch strike. It's dropped by Narvaez, but no worries. The buckets. Mike Elias and his buckets. I need to find some sound effects that are bucket related. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. There's the high cheese. And the count is 0-2. 2 down. Povich potentially 1 pitch away from getting out of this jam here. The 0-2. Up and in. Came back with another fastball. Folks, we got nearly 200 people in the room right now. What do you say we get the likes up to 100? We're just 16 away. Maybe you just got here and you forgot about it. Curveball swung on and missed. A low and away curve, unhittable. Grissom strikes out for the second time tonight. And Povich, again, He's giving up hits, but he's working around them with a lot of strikeouts.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Povich, through 3 innings, has given up 5 hits, but he's also struck out 5 batters. How about that? Christian Franklin's first major league at-bat is coming up next. Your new Oriole left fielder, at least for game 1. Franklin went to the University of Arkansas, folks. Born November 30th, 1999. One of the last of the 90s babies, folks. Is there a scouting report? Give me a scouting report. According to Baseball America, he wants to verify that I'm human first. Am I human enough for you? Am I frickin' human enough for you? 5'8", 195 pounds. Born in Overland Park, Kansas. He was ranked as the Nationals' number 27 prospect in 2026. And let's see. He's been spending time with Rochester, the Red Wings. We remember them, don't we, folks? Down in Rochester, hitting only .244, but a pretty good on base of .368. So this guy might I'm only reading into some of the preliminary stats here, but it looks like this guy might be good at working counts and maybe getting on base via the walk. Hey, maybe he'll just replace everything Taylor Ward was doing. That's what he did. Took a lot of pitches, took a lot of walks. Just 5'8". Yep, he's a smaller guy. And he wears his socks high, and I like that. Here's the first pitch to Franklin. It's up and in from Grayson for ball 1. Christian Franklin. Oh, you know, by the way, I don't know. I haven't looked yet, Chilo. But as soon as I started to say his name, I know exactly what walk-up sound effect I'm getting for Christian Franklin. So I do apologize if it's not the same thing you have. But I got to go Night Ranger, man. I got to go Night Ranger. Franklin has gotten ahead 3 balls and no strikes. Grayson's last pitch missed several inches outside. Let's see if he's taking all the way here. He is, and that's a borderline strike there. That looked inside to me. And according to the robot, that would have been ball 4 had we challenged. Folks, give me the B bag.
Oh, no, not the bees! Not the bees! Ah! Oh, my eyes! My eyes! Ah!
The 3-1, there's ball 4. I told you this guy might be good at drawing walks. What does he do in his first major league at bat? He draws a walk. BW gives you the best scouting report you're going to find, and the evidence is made clear right out of the gate, folks. A walk for Franklin.
I'm walking here! I'm walking here!
Colton Cowser, folks. Let's get some milkmen and cows up in the chat. What do you say? We got our first base runner out there with nobody out. And he might be a speedy guy. He plays all 3 outfield positions, so if he can play center, he should be able to run. 1-1 the count now on Cowser. Grayson from the belt, the pitch. That one's right in there. Man, a hanging changeup middle of the plate. And Cowser just watched it go by. Buddy, I'm very sorry to inform you that the chances of you getting a better pitch to hit than that in this at-bat now are slim to none. Here's a ball fouled away. A tough pitch at 97 up and out of the zone. But Cowser does get a protective swing off to keep the count at 1-2 strikes. Christian Franklin. Yeah, I'm going with Sister Christian, folks. Night Ranger. And I got my choice. Do I just go with Sister Christian, know the time has come? Do I just go with that 2-3 second blip? Or do I just go with Motorin'? I think I'm going to go with the Motorin'. Yeah, we're going with Motorin'. We're going to be Motorin' with Christian Franklin. BW makes the decision, the executive decision. It's such an important decision. 2 strikes, nobody out. Franklin at first. The pitch. Cowser with a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Let's see if Franklin can get to third. He's booking it. The throw is back to second. The Orioles with runners at the corners and nobody out. Folks, splash it up.
Splish, splash, I was taking a bath.
All right. He's motoring. What's his price for flight? That's right. It'll be all right tonight. Hey, here's another debut. It's Carlos Narvaez. He's not much of a hitter, but he's got an RBI chance here if he can just put the ball in play. First and third, nobody out. It's strike one on Narvaez. The infield is playing back. They're conceding a run. They want a double play. That hits Narvaez. It got him right on the elbow guard. Thank you very much, Grayson. You just loaded up the bases by hitting our weakest batter with still nobody out, and now back to the top of the order. That's the Grayson I remember. Come on, folks. Because we're motoring. Yeah, motoring. Dylan Beavers low for ball one. Folks. Bases loaded, nobody out. We better score. The 1-0. Hit in the air. Left field. Is it going to be deep enough? Franklin is tagging. Under it is the left fielder. The throw. Franklin is not going to try. It's just too shallow. Dylan Beavers unable to get that ball. Another 10, 12 yards or feet, I don't know. Not just a couple of steps back. It's probably deep enough. But with nobody out, the Orioles didn't want to risk it. And you got Pete Alonso up. Hopefully Alonso going to get the job done now. 1 out, bases loaded, folks. And Pete into center field. That'll drop down for a hit. 1 run is in. Here comes Cowser. The throw home is cut off. Cowser scores. A 2-run RBI single from our RBI leader. The polar bear stirs again. And the Orioles have a lead here in the third, 2-0. Yeah, put that in your bucket, Mike.
Oh, ho, ho, it's magic, you know. Oh, it's magic. On a magic carpet ride, on a magic carpet ride. You believe in magic. Breakout.
All right. Well, the GM might have told the team about buckets, and after yesterday, maybe the team is trying to tell the GM, fuck it. We're going to win anyway. I see your bucket, and I raise you a fuck it. Sorry for the foul language, folks. But for the purposes of the humor, It was necessary. Folks, we got first and second, one out for Gunnar Henderson. Let's go.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
By the way, this channel is PG-13-ish. It used to be PG. We just gave up. Gunnar with a ball up the middle, but right to the shortstop. Neto to second, and the throw to first will be late, as the second baseman was playing far off the bag. Neto might have been better served just taking second himself and then trying to get a throw off. He was much closer. But it's hard to double up Gunnar either way here. That'll be a fielder's choice. Alonso, the runner, forced out at second. Orioles with first and third, two down for Encarnacion Strand. All right. RBI spot for our cleanup hitter. First pitch, outside for ball one. So Franklin has scored the Orioles' first run post-trade deadline, a guy we didn't know existed until either yesterday or for maybe some of you tuning in. He didn't know it until he came up to hit. You're like, who? 1-0 to Encarnacion Strand. That ball's hit hard to left. Come on. Get over his glove. Damn, he caught that ball. Oh, my. Encarnacion Strand hit a rope that carried all the way toward the edge of the track in left field. It was really, really hit hard. And it nearly got over the left fielder's glove. He had to make a full extension up over his head to pull that one down and end the inning. If that ball gets down, we double this score to 4-0. But unfortunately, the catch was made, and the inning is over. The Orioles, however, do score twice. They had a nice rally there that was started with the bottom third of the order. At the end of 3, the Orioles have a lead here, 2-0. Folks, we just hit 100 likes. Thank you so much for that.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
Thank you, as always, for your support. Let's go back and check out some of these other comments about this trade deadline stuff from last night. Because I've never had so many comments left on an actual video. You guys don't really comment much on the play-by-play calls. And I get it, because you're there live, chatting it up. But let's see, we have KPK saying, you are articulating how I felt in December 1988 when they traded Eddie Murray. I've always held a distance kind of cynicism with them ever since, except in 96 when they got Murray back and immediately made the ALCS. I was actually going to bring up Eddie Murray going to the Dodgers as an example of sort of that feeling, you know, kind of, what's the word I used yesterday? You know, yeah, it's just a terrible feeling. But I didn't want to use it as an example because I didn't want people to think that Adley Rutschman was on the same level as an Eddie Murray in terms of, you know, I didn't want people to think it was like an equal sort of thing. You know what I mean? But it feels like that. Malaise. Hey, can I put that on a sandwich? Give me some of that malaise.
Let's get it all on there. Just spread it out.
Folks, Denzer Guzman at the plate, and the first pitch is a strike. Next one is also a strike, a belt-high fastball from Povich. G.E. Wilson with a super chat. It says, I've come to realize Mike doesn't believe. We do. Well, G.E., hang out on this channel, and you're not going to find any other space, online or off, that is going to constantly believe. I'm a believer. Now, I'm not an idiot. It's not blind optimism or blind faith. But, sports, one of the things that attracts me to sports in general is just that sort of underdog story. You see it happen. I'm sure everybody listening to me speak right now could probably run off half a dozen to a dozen examples of moments in sports where, the team that wasn't supposed to succeed did. And that's what makes it special. Here's a payoff pitch, and that is a hanging curveball for ball 4. Povich loses Guzman after ahead in the count, and that's a leadoff walk, which is not what you want to do right after being handed a lead. A free pass to start the inning for the Angels. Moises Ballesteros singled first time up. And he tries to go opposite field on a late swing, but it is foul. Povich up to 60 pitches already. He's only recorded 9 outs. He's probably only going to go 5 innings tonight, and hopefully he'll get that with a lead and be in a position to qualify for a win. Throw over to first. Did they get him? They did. Oh, my. Povich with a pickoff move. How do you like them apples? Denzer Guzman. Denzer? I hardly know her. Get the hell out of here, pal.
Besides that, it's all in the reflexes.
Nice slap tag by Alonso on the right butt cheek of Denzer. He's a dead duck. First out of the inning, and now it's 0-2 on Ballesteros. With nobody on, 1 out. Povich gets that out himself. I mean, he put himself in that position with the walk, and then he canceled it out. Swing and a foul ball. Thought he might have gotten a miss there. 0-2 still on Ballesteros. Pretty sure this dude was a catcher with the Cubs. He certainly has the build of a catcher. I'm not quite sure when he became an Angel, but he was a pretty big catching prospect with the Cubs. This pitch over the plate but low, a slider from Povich, makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. And on a 1-2, Ballesteros fouls it back. I mean, you can tell Ballesteros is an offensive-minded catcher. They have him DHing, despite the fact that he's a lefty facing a lefty. He's a discount Basayo. There's a swing and a miss. Povich goes up the ladder again.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear? Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Folks, I'm liking, I know, again, Povich has given up 5 hits, but half a dozen strikeouts already. Just a little bit of a tweak. I still don't think Povich should be given up on. I think he has something there. I feel like if he was on a team that has good success with helping pitchers, the Rays, for example, probably would be able to unlock whatever Povich's true potential is. But I do believe there's something there. Darno at the plate with a count of a ball and a strike. Pitch is outside, the count 2-1. The one thing that impressed me about Povich right out of the jump was his composure on the mound. He never appears to me to be in distress, even when things aren't going well. This pitch is fouled back. The count is even at 2-2. Base is empty, 2 down. We're in the top of the 4th. The Orioles ahead 2-0. With 2 strikes and 2 outs. Crowd making a little bit of noise. Well, that noise went away. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Right down Broadway, called strike 3.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Look at that. Cade Povich make it 7 strikeouts now through 4 innings, while shutting the Angels out so far. Bottom of the 4th, coming up 2-0 Orioles. Then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. Tom W. said, I just want something to root for in late September. Is that too much to ask? I feel you, Tom. Mark says trading players is one thing. Trading in division is a dereliction of duty by those making this decision. I would tend to agree with you, Mark. Tom W. just says, well said. I guess whatever I said for 90 minutes was said well. MK, I'll just call you. DC born, so Nats are my favorite team, but I live in Maryland, and the Orioles are second. I wish the Nats had a fan broadcast like this, led by someone as passionate about his team as BW. Aw. He has more insightful and interesting comments on the team than the paid analysts. Guys, that's really nice. Buddy, appreciate it. I swear, I feel like I get more compliments from people that aren't even fans of the Orioles. Warren Boom. Did I see Warren in chat here already tonight? Warren Boom, I know you, buddy. He says, I don't mind Adley going. We extended Sam next year. Adley's last year of control is probably a lockout. Maybe. I think we got a great haul. We definitely got a great haul. And I don't deny that. I never have. But he says, but it stings, man. It stings because while not perfect, I felt Adley was on board 100% every game. And while it just smells like a complete lack of ambition. We're back underway in the bottom of the 4th, and there's a first pitch strike right here to Jackson Holiday. Good luck telling Alonso we're going places when you trade 3 of your most consistent performers for the year. Here's to 2039, our new window. Ouch. Folks, next window will be open in 2039. I think I qualify for an AARP card by then. 1 and 2 on Holiday. Grayson's next pitch. Right down the middle. Holiday fouls it off. Come on, Jackson. Do something with that pitch. That's in a really hittable area there. Straight fastball. I know it's fast, but 1-2 pitch. Pops straight up. Holiday drops the bat in frustration. This pitch, or this ball, is going to be popped up to shortstop. Neto makes the catch. 2 down. I'm dead by 2039. Joel, I think it's probably 50-50 for me, if I'm being honest. At that point, I'm into my 60s. And unless I've got the same DNA as Keith Richards, I'm probably going to have a lot of stuff catching up to me by then. Folks, Kobe Mayo has strike 1. Kobe Mayo has strike 2 as he hits this ball hard foul. Do I even bother telling you that Mayo, when he makes contact, hits the ball hard? Because that's all he does. Every swing is 100% max power swing. Oh, that foul ball wound up causing a bunch of concession food to go flying. Soda and all kinds of stuff. Oh, this poor gentleman. He gets a souvenir in exchange for a... Oh, look at that. He picked up his beer that was left And just pour. I love it. I love that stuff. Folks, let's get back into this game. Mayo with a count of 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. Grayson Rodriguez's pitch. Ooh, nice eye there by Mayo. That was a slider, started in the zone. It broke just a little bit off, and he was able to lay off to run the count full. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Another slider. That one would have been a strike. Mayo just couldn't touch it. And there are 2 down. Here comes Sister Christian. Oh, the time has come. Where you going? What you looking for? First pitch is high to Franklin. I think we found our new Taylor Ward, folks. A right-handed hitting outfielder that likes to walk. The 1-0. Take another pitch. Make it 2-0. And that one was close. Folks, we just replaced Taylor Ward like it was nothing. 2-0 pitch. He swings at a fastball right down the middle, but can only foul it straight back. Here's the 2-1 offering. That one goes to the opposite field, but it's slicing into the crowd, foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's true. Here's a 2-hopper to short, and Franklin will be thrown out by Neto. That will end the inning. Folks, the Orioles go quietly in the 4th. We move to the 5th. They've been out-hit 5-2 by the Angels, but the Orioles lead where it counts, 2-0 in the run department. We move on, folks. We move on. We're motoring. All right, how about a look at the old out-of-town scoreboard? What's shaking? Just because my GM told me our season is lost doesn't mean I can't still scoreboard watch. My scoreboard, my choice. Folks, in the bottom of the 4th, the Athletics with a 1-0 lead on the Reds. That's in Cincinnati. Top of the 4th in Cleveland. Mets 4, Guardians 1. Phillies up 4-0 on the Nationals at Citizens Bank Park. Top of the 4th there. Going into the bottom of the 3rd at Yankee Stadium, New York up on the Cardinals 1-0. Red Sox with a big lead on the White Sox in the Battle of Sox. It's only going into the bottom of the 2nd for Boston. They scored 6 runs in the 1st to take a 6-0 lead in that one. Bottom 2, Braves hosting the Marlins. No score there. Everything else is coming up later. And let's see. We have the Twins in Kansas City tonight. The Pirates will be in Milwaukee. The Dodgers will be playing the Cubs in Wrigley. San Francisco goes to Texas to take on the Rangers. Toronto will also go to Texas, but they'll be in Houston to play the Astros. Tampa will be in Colorado. Detroit visits Seattle, and the Padres are in Arizona to play the Diamondbacks later on tonight. All right. We got a lady with maybe the least effort sign. It's just a flat piece of cardboard with a thin Sharpie. You can barely read it. That sign took about 8 seconds to put together. All right. It'll be Jose Siri to lead off for the Angels. He hit into a double play first time. Povich, 70 pitches to get through 4. Looking for a quick inning here. gets a first pitch foul ball for strike one. "48 strikes to 23 walks for Povich so far. Here's a ground ball toward Gunnar. It should be routine. Why does he have to run so much? Just plant your feet and throw, dude. It's a routine grounder. Gunnar gets the out at first. Don't teach your kid to field a ball like this, folks. There's no need. Just plant your feet and throw, man. Every time Gunnar Henderson has to throw to first, he wants to make it look like a 90s John Woo movie. You know, where like doves are flying in slow motion and bullet shells are falling on the floor in slow motion and guys are like diving while they're slow motion shooting. Everything's a big action moment. Gunnar, just straighten up and throw out the guy. That's all you got to do. Sorry, folks. Just a little bit of commentary. Meckler, the batter. He's got a count of a ball and a strike. And Povich, good pitch there. A sinker at the knees on the inside corner for strike two. Meckler had to hit his first time. Curveball. That one's bounced towards Strand. He charges it because he has to, but the throw to first is not going to get him. That ball popped out of the glove of Alonso on a short hop throw, and I'm not quite sure, even if Alonso held on to this one, that Meckler would have been out. He was really hustling down the line there. And yeah, he would have been safe anyway. So that's an infield hit. A one-out single for Meckler, his second hit. And this team's number 9 batter is 2 for 2 tonight. Just unbelievable. I need the stats on this. I'm pretty sure the number 9 batter that we face, if he added it all up like one player's stats on the season, they're hitting like 350. It's nuts. Here's Zach Neto. That one is lifted towards center field. Cowser is waiting on it. He's got it. Nice lazy fly ball there for out number 2. All right, if we can get this third out quickly, Povich might be able to get through 6 innings and make it a quality start. He's facing Mike Trout for the 3rd time. Oh, did we get another pickoff? Oh, that was close. The Orioles have picked up the phone. And they say put on the headphones. They will challenge this. It looked like he was out to me by the naked eye. And that tag, again, Alonso swiping it on the right butt cheek. It's almost a carbon copy of Guzman getting picked off. We're going to have a challenge here, folks. Meckler is standing next to the first base coach. Holiday and Gunnar next to each other. Everybody's looking at the replay. Yeah, he got him on the leg. I mean, it's almost, if you didn't know any better, you would think you're watching the same play that happened already. The call is overturned. The runner is out. Cade Povich has picked off 2 guys tonight, and this inning is over. Cade Povich, come on.
Besides that, it's all in the reflexes.
There you go, Cade. Buddy, bring him out for the 6th. Folks, this game is halfway over. It's 2-0 Baltimore. Cade Povich has done more successful pickoffs of base runners by himself in this start than I feel like every other pitcher and or catcher has been able to do all season. Although, credit to Jake Rogers for his 24 hours of service as an Oriole. He was able to pick off a runner at first. Thank you for your service, Jake. Hey, folks, I'll be right back. We got another half of a ball game to go.
He met a strange friend in the Chesapeake Bay.
Great success.
Boy, Harry, you're full of energy. You look great. I hate to tell you how I feel. I swear.
I've had that bad back myself.
Also, with this cold, it just seems like it's settled in there.
That's age, friend.
I don't care what it is. It feels awful.
You smell like a drugstore.
That's right. I am a
You're
drugstore.
not a hypochondriac, are you?
What does that mean? Oversexed?
Folks, we're back underway here for the bottom of the fifth. Colton Cowser will lead things off for your Baltimore Orioles. The Milkman already has a hit tonight, and he takes a curveball from Grayson for strike one. Single and scored a run. Cowser back in the third inning. He fouls this one back to make it 0-2. It'll be Narvaez and then back to the top of the order, Beavers here in the bottom of the fifth. Cowser asking for time. Take your time, buddy. Everything is all right. Everything is all right. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Folks, who's this 90s band? With my naked eye, I saw the falling rain coming down on me. With my naked eye, I saw, if I said it all, I could see. Anybody remember that band? This pitch is fouled back. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Folks, these songs, they get into my head. And the only way for me to work them out is to belt them out. 1-2 the count on Cowser. Grayson kicks and deals. This one's hit to center field. It's got some carry. No, it doesn't. Oh, I thought it did. It's straight to Mike Trout. He barely has to move. It's the first out. Sorry for the false alarm. Folks, Christian Faith Night is coming to the ballpark. Does that have anything to do with our newest player? Christian Franklin Faith Night? When the Yankees come to town, folks. I don't know. I mean, whatever your beliefs is, I hope you have faith when the Yankees come to town. Here's a ground ball to third by Narvaez. He'll be retired on 1 pitch. 1 pitch out made by the Oriole catcher Carlos Narvaez. 2 down, back to the top of the order. Alan says, hope you're having a good day and night so far. Yeah, I kind of live a reverse life. My things start in night and then finish with day. I've had a good night, and now it's becoming a good day. Here's a curveball strike to Beavers.
Nice beaver.
Thank you.
Yes, Chilo, I am aware of Encarnacion Strand's first name. Thanks for fact-checking me on that. I was completely oblivious. I thought his first name was Larry. Appreciate the... Yeah, it's Christian. Christian Encarnacion Strand. I was just going for a little joke there, Chilo. New player, Christian night. Just, when you take something that was meant to be humorous and then try to, correct it, the humor is lost. Anyway, Dylan Beavers with a count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. Base is empty, 2 down. Beavers is 0 for 2. Grayson is on 65 pitches right now. Beavers fouls it away. George remembers the song, but not. Nobody knows that song apparently. George was the first person to even acknowledge it. A little band called Luscious Jackson, folks. Luscious Jackson. 2-2 pitch, and Beavers pops it up. Third base side. Guzman looks like he has it, and he does. The inning is over. Folks, Grayson Rodriguez has been pretty sharp. The Orioles have only had one little window to do something off of him, but they made the most of that window. He has now given up just 2 hits and a walk over 5 innings, but we have 2 runs in. Meanwhile, Povich has given up, in the same amount of innings, 6 hits and a walk. So he's given up more than twice as many base runners, but he's not given up a run. We should be feeling pretty fortunate about the current state of things here as we go to the 6th. 2-0 Baltimore. Everything is all right. Hey, folks, game 2 of this series tomorrow night. First pitch is the same start time as tonight, which is, 6:35 p.m. Eastern. Pre-game show will start at 6:15 p.m. Trevor Rogers will be going up against fellow southpaw Reed Detmers. Detmers was thought to be on the move during this trade window, but he remains an Angel. Jose Soriano, another Angel starting pitcher, did get dealt to our division, the Blue Jays, despite Toronto being much further out of contention than we are. Even they did something to help the team now by going out and getting Soriano. That's more than we did to help the team now. I mean, if nothing else, folks, couldn't we have at least gone and gotten ourselves a lefty reliever, maybe with a couple of extra years of contract left or service time or whatever to help out this bullpen beyond just this season? Because we're going to need it anyway. Are we going to go into next year with Grant Wolfram and a healthy Keegan Aiken and call it a day? I hope not. Mike Trout is leading off the top of the 6th inning, folks. Cade Povich back to work. And the count is 1-1 after a foul ball. The pitch, low and in with a curve. 2 balls, 1 strike to Trout. The odometer. Folks, I might have forgotten to acknowledge that the odometer has rolled over. Sorry, I think it might have been George or Edward that mentioned me maybe 15 minutes ago. There it is. Edward, yes. Thanks, folks, for the new subscribers. Welcome into the BirdWatcher community. Trout with a count of 2-2. And the pitch hit hard but foul. Third base side. All right. 2 pickoffs for Povich, man. I love it. This ball's hit hard up the middle and will fall in front of Cowser for a base hit. Mike Trout gets his first hit of the night. But it's... Man. Is that now 7 hits for Povich? Last Oriole to successfully pick off 2 base runners in one game on the mound was Brian Mattis back in 2010, April of 2010. Nolan Shonwell at the plate. And a sinker off the plate outside. Ball one from Povich. Edward was first. Well, thank you both for alerting me to the rollover there. So the next rollover, we'll have a nice, attractive number. This ball's hit to right. Stay in the yard. Okay, it's right to Dylan Beavers. He makes the catch, and we'll get it back in there. So one out here with that runner still at first base. Oh, yeah, the hat is chilling right now. Yeah, the next turnover on the odometer will be at 5550. I love numbers like that. I'm looking forward to 5550, folks. Pitch inside, ball one to Vaughn Grissom. He has struck out both times up already tonight. This is the Angels' cleanup hitter, and doesn't really fit the mold of a cleanup hitter. This ball's hit to right, and a step or two in front of the warning track. Beavers makes his second catch of the inning. 2 down. And Povich, one more out. We'll get through 6 innings complete and get a quality start. Maybe we don't need to rush Chris Bassett back. Maybe Povich has earned himself another start. Throw over to first. Oh, come on. We need a third pickoff. But Trout is back standing. And he's got a smile on his face. You can tell he's saying, I'm not going to get picked off. I'm not taking a big lead. No, sir. Pitch to Denzer Guzman. Ground ball. Third base. Strand has to back up on it. He'll throw to second to get the force there. Close play, but he got it there in time to end the inning. Good work. Good work all the way around by Povich and the defense. Folks, that is 6 shutout innings for Cade Povich. And again, he was not performing well in AAA before this call-up. But no matter. You have to think that might be the end of the night for him. I don't think it would be wise to push him beyond what he's done here. This is a real confidence builder if you just end things right here. 7 hits and a walk scattered over 6 innings without giving up a run with 7 strikeouts. That's 88 pitches for Povich. Unless there's a really tough lefty due up. I mean, there is a lefty due up next. It's Moises Ballesteros, but that's not enough for me. A couple of righties due up after that anyway. Let's just let's call it a night for Povich. Could he potentially help us a little bit more? Yes, but I think the bigger value is to lock in a guaranteed confidence-building start. And let's see what he's got next time around. I'm no longer rushing to see Chris Bassett get back in this rotation. That next start comes against Texas, Game 3 in Texas. Let's give Povich another turn. That's what I think. Folks, let's work on those likes. Let's try to get it to 150, please. We got well over 200 people in the room right now. We are more than halfway through the ball game. It would be nice around this time to get up to 150 likes. We're 17 short. Just take a moment, if you don't mind, and hit that thumbs up at the bottom of your screen. I promise you, these likes, they go a long way to helping the channel grow. They do. It may not seem like they do, but they do. Pete Alonso's up to lead off, and he's swinging hard on a first pitch. He fouls it away as Grayson Rodriguez begins his 6th inning. His pitch count, he could possibly go 7 at the rate he's on. Fouled back by Alonso. It's 0-2. Grayson about to throw his 70th pitch of the night here. The 0-2 to Pete is low. There's Mr. Splash. Getting that section in left field wet. Here's a comebacker. And the momentum of Grayson will take him most of the way to first before he underhands it to Sean Well to get that out. One down. Here's Gunnar.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
Gunnar Henderson. 0 for 2 tonight. Average now at .218. First pitch strike, and Gunnar already showing slouchy body language after that first pitch. Gunnar, it's okay. It was a perfect pitch, and as the first pitch of the at-bat, you shouldn't be swinging at it. And that's a well-placed second strike on the inside edge. I swear, if Gunnar would just go up there flexing a little more instead of slouching all the time. I just feel like pitchers these days don't feel intimidated by him. They seem to hit their spots. They seem to get ahead of Gunnar so easily. He needs to put that fear back into the pitcher. And then they start throwing mistakes up there, and then he starts doing real damage. Everything's backwards with Gunnar right now, folks. 1-2 pitch. That's high, 2-2. One out, nobody on. We're in the bottom of the sixth. 2-0 Baltimore. Pitch. Gunnar swings and misses and strikes out. It is pretty not good. Got a change up on the outer edge of the plate. At least Gunnar that time didn't look upset after striking out. He actually shot a smile back to Grayson as if to go, hey, old friend, you got me. Strike one, Encarnacion Strand. Next pitch is hit hard but foul. Third base side, it's 0-2, just like that. 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on, bottom of the sixth. The sun has not even fully gone down yet. We're nearly in the 7th inning. Are we sure this is a night game? The pitch, high for ball one. 80th pitch of the night coming up from Grayson Rodriguez. He could definitely go another inning. Which sucks because, again, he comes into this ball game so far as an angel, putting up really bad numbers. I don't even have to look to tell you that this is the best start he's made as an angel. It would have to be against us, wouldn't it? After a foul ball, the count remains 1-2 on Encarnacion Strand. And the next pitch, that one's hit hard. That one's right at the left fielder again. That's the second ball. Encarnacion Strand hit deep to left on a line, but right to the outfielder. Tough break. And the inning is over. The Orioles, through 6 innings, only managed 2 hits off Grayson Rodriguez, but they still lead it 2-0 as we go to the 7th. Some ayahuasca. David, you know where to get some? DM me later. I might need, for research purposes, I might need to know where to find it. Hey, BW, are the Orioles still on playoff contention? Well, if you were asked our general manager, no. If you're asking me, it's not over until I'd say we're 4 games out. And that number goes down to 3 once you get to like near the end of August. It'll go down to 2 once you get a week into September. You feel me? But yeah, right about now, if we got to 4 out of it, which could happen within 2 days if things went perfectly wrong. But that's about as far out of it, I think, as we can be without. Yeah, because again, I've said it many times. So for those that have heard me say it several times before, I apologize. But the situation the Orioles have been in for a while here this year, it's not about how many games back as much as it is how many teams back. And when you get down to 50 games to go, every game is just exponentially more difficult to start playing catch up. 6 innings from Povich. His night is over, folks. Rico Garcia is going to come out here and hopefully keep his pitches in the ballpark. Rico's given up 9 home runs on the season, and most of those have come in the past month or so. As he faces Ballesteros to begin the 7th inning, first pitch fouled away. Rico's 0-1 pitch. There's a strike. Change up taking all the way there, Ballesteros. This game's moving pretty fast, folks. It's only a little bit after 8 o'clock. We might be out of here before 8:30. 0-2 pitch to Ballesteros. Check swing. The appeal. Nope. It's a curveball low for ball 1. It looks like a pinch hitter is on deck for d'Arnaud, Josh Lowe. Swing and a miss. There's Rico's changeup, dropping low and away, completely out of reach for Ballesteros.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Man, that had some good late movement going away from that left-handed batter. That's good. Come on, Rico. Get back to that April-May version of yourself. Here is Lowe, Josh Lowe, formerly of the Tampa Bay Rays. He's only hitting 198 with the Angels. 8 homers, 22 RBI. And this one outside, 1-1 the count. I'm a Dodger fan, but I like the Orioles too. Let's go back to 1966. Here's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1966, folks. I wasn't conceived for another decade, but I was there. Fouled behind the plate. It is a 1-2 count on Josh Lowe. 1 out, bases empty. And Connor was 6. I was negative 10.5. The 1-2 pitch. That one is going to be somehow turned on into right field for a base hit. That pitch was up and away. Lowe somehow turned that pitch around for a 1-out single. And we now have yet another pinch hitter. Is that Adam Frazier, formerly of the Orioles? Left-handed hitting second baseman. He's up right now, pinch hitting for Jose Siri, and he takes a pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Back-to-back left-handed pinch hitters to face Rico here after Rico retired the lefty Ballesteros. Frazier's hitting .210 with just a homer and 6 driven in. There's a throw over to first after the pitch by Narvaez. And it does not result in a third pickoff of the night, but I like the idea. Keep that runner close. Pitch popped foul. 2-1 on Frazier. Like tripping on acid? You bet I do, Matt. But not anymore, I don't think. I don't think my body could take it. 2-1 pitch. That ball's hit to Gunnar. Backhands it, and he bobbles. He will run to second to get the force play there. Gunnar just blew a double play ball with another ball popping out of his mitt. How many of these have we seen lately? It's like a whole new issue for him. It used to be errant throws or ill-advised throws. Now Gunnar just simply can't field the ball. How many times is it going to pop out of that heel? That was a tailor-made inning-ending double play ball. Instead, 2 down, a runner at first after a fielder's choice. That's, again, another example where there's no error, but that's an error. That's another strike on this Orioles defense this year. Meckler, the batter, and Garcia has fallen behind him now 2-0. So it's a 4th straight lefty for Rico. The right-handed Neto and Trout do follow next. 2-0 is low to Meckler. It's 3-0. Folks, there's a strike. A get me over fastball. Make it 3-1. There is still some sunlight reflecting off the skyline here. That is a called strike, and Meckler is going to challenge this. It's currently a 3-2 count, but if this is overturned, it's a ball 4, and it is. Meckler wins the challenge, and that'll load the bases as Garcia now finally gets to face a right-hander, but he is already 4 batters deep into this inning with 2 runners on and 2 out. Drew French is coming out to talk to Rico with Narvaez and Alonso in on the conversation. Andrew Kittredge, meanwhile, is warming up in the Oriole bullpen. Now, if we do this right, we don't see Kittredge in this inning. Garcia gets this final out. Cano pitches the 8th. Or wait a minute, who is our closer? I guess we do need Kittredge. Who's our closer now? Cano, I love the season he's having, but if we're going to ask him to suddenly take on the role of closer when he's been so effective in the role that he's had, which is basically setting up, I don't think that's a good idea. But I don't know what our options are here. Zach Neto, 2 on, 2 out. First pitch is a strike. Knee high on the outside corner. Yeah, Matt, it almost sounds like a Harry Potter book. There's a swing and a miss. Harry Potter and the Rarely Seen and Elusive Mound Visit. I think that was the 5th book in the series. Was that before or after The Prisoner of Azkaban? Not sure. Folks, 2 men on, 2 men out, 2 strikes on the batter. Rico has 20 pitches thrown already in the inning. Here's number 21. That is outside a curveball. 1 and 2. That curveball at 89 was a power curve. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch. That ball's hit high in the air to left. Rico is crouching. That ball is on the track. Franklin has got it up against the wall. Rico nearly gave up another long ball, and that one would have lost us everything. But that ball, the baseball gods, maybe just blowing it down, keeping it from getting out. Franklin with the catch, and the inning is over. Oh, my. Folks, exhale. We still have a 2-0 lead as we reach the 7th inning stretch. David's cheeks were clenched. Oh, my. I mean, as soon as you saw Rico go into that crouch, how could you not? Oh, my. Folks, 7th inning stretch time in Baltimore. Do me a favor. I need some carbohydrates. I need that last burst of energy to get me through the finish line, folks. It's time to throw some cakes on the griddle.
Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy.
I see no cakes. All right. I guess this tradition is... Did we trade away this tradition at the trade deadline? Ah, there we go.
Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy.
There we go.
Thank God I'm a country boy.
That's right. Wait a minute. Anita, we're sneaking in some loaves of... Oh, we got all kinds of carbohydrates. We got sushi. We got loaves of bread. Is that pita bread? Flapjacks? Man, I'm starving. Anybody got any hummus?
Thank God I'm a country boy.
Anybody got any hummus?
Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy.
Folks, your new look Orioles. We're ready for the bottom of the 7th. It's already underway. First pitch is a low strike to Jackson Holiday. 2-0 Baltimore in the 7th. Pitch. Popped up. Left side and out of play. 0-2 to Holiday, who's 0 for 2 tonight, popping out twice already. Insert pancake here. Oh, Joel, there's so many ways I can go with that. I mean, just low-hanging fruit. Holiday with a check swing, but he knew he went around. And that's a pretty ugly at-bat for him. Grayson Rodriguez has pitched very well tonight. I don't know how much credit it is to him, maybe just feeling pumped facing his former team that he felt like maybe gave up on him. But I feel like Grayson kind of gave up on us first, to be honest with you, buddy. Swing and a miss by Kobe Mayo on a slider makes it 0-1 to Mayo.
Just get it all on there. Just spread it out.
Kind of feel like you gave up on us first, buddy. I got to be honest. That pitch is a strike. 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Mayo to right. Down to the corner. That ball is going to drop down fair. Up against the wall, and Mayo's thinking 3 all the way. Here comes the relay. It is late, and it gets away, but it's backed up. Kobe Mayo, opposite field corner triple. A 1-out 3-bagger. Folks, get wet. Kobe Mayo running hard out of the box. I love it.
Splish, splash, I was taking a bath.
Folks, that might not be a full open sandwich, but that's at least an open face sandwich. It's a triple for Mayo. And man, if that throw wasn't backed up, he could have gotten to his feet and crossed home. Angels have a mound meeting now. Orioles with a third run, potentially just a fly or ground ball away. Well, they'll probably have the infield in, the Angels. But it is Christian Franklin's turn to come up next. There is a lefty getting loose. Ferris. Is that Mitch Ferris? Ferris probably getting ready for Cowser next, with Cowser, then the light-hitting right-handed Narvaez, and then back to another lefty Beavers. So this is probably Grayson's last batter, Franklin. And he looks at a slider on the front door for strike one. Franklin walked in his first major league at-bat, and he came around to score, and he was retired the last time. Here's a ground ball. It is on a drawn-in infield. Unfortunately, Mayo broke home, and it's another base-running mistake by this Orioles team. Kobe Mayo had no reason to break home. The infield was in. Ball hit right to the shortstop. Mayo's out by a mile, and that's the second out of the inning. Absolutely embarrassing. By the way, Mayo sticking his leg in there, a little bit dirty. And that's not the first time I've caught Mayo doing something a little bit dirty. I don't like that, Kobe. Like, don't take it out on the catcher that you made a bad decision, okay? Here is Colton Cowser with a runner now at first base and 2 down. Again, it's just another example of a lack of development for some of these players that we've drafted in the Mike Elias era. Fundamentals that just failed to be taught. And once you've gotten this deep into this project and everybody on the field has gone through the same sort of coaching and, or in this case, lack of coaching, now you got a whole roster making mental mistakes. You feel me, folks? I said it maybe 2 weeks ago. I've never seen a team with a lower baseball IQ collectively than this Orioles team. And I've seen worse teams. I've seen 100-loss teams with less talent and lost more games, but they were not making so many of these sorts of mistakes. And again, it's something that's something wrong with the culture of this organization. I'm sorry. That's why we need a significant change. I'm tired of seeing these things happen. Cowser with a count of a ball and 2 strikes. Sorry, folks, I had to vent. 2 down, runner at first. The pitch. Check swing roller up the first base line. It's trying to hang fair, but it will get foul. And Cowser will go back to the plate with a count of a ball and 2 strikes. How's the crowd looking? Certainly larger than it did when the game started, Vontae, but you can also feel not only the drop in attendance, but sort of a drop in the mood at the ballpark. There is a little chant going on right now, a little let's go O's. Oh, crap. My game just crapped out on me. I have to restart it. Sorry, folks. Must be 2 hours in. We have finally reached the nighttime. The sky in a deep purple. Smoke on the water, folks. Deep purple sky. 1-2 on Cowser. Rodriguez is about to throw his 95th pitch. And what's going on? Come on, game. Snap back into it, buddy. What's happening here? Folks, forgive me. I'm going to have to try to get back in here again. Every time we're in the middle of a rally. Okay, 2 down, runner at second. What happened? Franklin stole a base? Christian Franklin stole a base. Welcome to the team, kid. Folks, he's motoring, and now a base hit with 2 down could get that runner home. 2-2 pitch to Cowser is fouled back. Folks, we are in the bottom of the 7th. Grayson Rodriguez is wrapping up his night on the mound, trying to go 7 innings complete. Orioles trying to get one more run off of him with a runner at second, 2 down. The 2-2 pitch, low for ball 3. Cowser, come on, buddy. One more time. Pitch number 98 of the night for Grayson. I thought they were going to maybe bring in the lefty with a couple lefties up for us, but that's a called strike 3. Cowser got a change up that he's got to foul off, man. You got to at least start your swing and check it if you know it's going to drop out of the zone, but that one was in there. And he's just looking at it. Folks, this inning is over on a called strike 3. The Orioles failed to add on to this 2-0 lead. That should be the end of the night for Grayson Rodriguez. 7 innings of 3 hits and a walk, striking out 6. Most of those strikeouts came earlier in the ballgame. But he is the losing pitcher of record for now. We got 2 innings left to go, folks. Orioles 2. I'm sorry, we've got 1.5 innings to go. Actually, we might only have 1 inning to go. The bottom of the 8th and the top of the 9th. Right? No, I'm sorry. I'm reading this wrong. It's going to the top of the 8th. Forget everything I just said. I lost my train of something. Top of the 8th coming up. We need to get 6 more outs, okay? We got a 2-run lead, and we've got 1 more trip to the plate to try to add to that. It looks like Trout is due up to lead off with Sean Well and Grissom after that. All right. Allen's charge got accidentally removed there. Just a little bit of mistake. All right, folks. We have 2 more likes to get to 150, and we got 100 more people here than the like count. We could get to 200 likes if everybody helped and still have 49 people not liking. So what do you say? I think we're kind of due for a little help in that department, and we are running out of ball game here. Please, let's try to get those likes to 150 and beyond, as Andrew Kittredge will start the 8th. So, folks, the best I can gather is that Cano is our closer, and I don't know how I feel about it because, again, you're asking a guy that has performed very well in the role that he's been given, and now you're expecting him to take on a completely different kind of a role. But I don't know if Kittredge is pitching now. I don't know who else would be the guy to bring out for the 9th in a save situation. Trout behind 0-2, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Andrew Kittredge. Where did that come from? A 3-pitch strikeout of Trout.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear? Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Froggy is absolutely right when it comes to, in general, folks, try to keep the 4-letter words out of the chat unless there's sort of a announcement that, hey, this game has gone so badly. Feel free to do that. But keep in mind, me, the announcer. Sometimes those words slip out from me, but I can't be put into a timeout, and I can't erase what I've said. I promise you, I don't want to have it both ways, where I get to curse and nobody else does, okay? I try to choose the moments that those slip out carefully and appropriately for the occasion. It's 0-2 on Sean Well, folks. And this ball on an 0-2 pitch, please be foul. That is a fair ball down in the right field corner. And that is unfortunate. Kittredge had him 0-2. But you'd never know it with a swing like this. That is middle down. Shonwell got down on it and turned on it. Kept it fair down the right field line. It might have even hit the chalk. That is a one-out double. And the batter now is Vaughn Grissom. Swing and a miss here on a slider by Kittredge. Yeah, the cursing. Look, folks, I know it might sound like I'm a hypocrite sometimes. Some nights you'll tune in and I'm just going off. And I try to make it to where if that's the case, then I want everybody else to have that same, you're entitled. Why should I be able to do it and you not? But in general, we just don't, all we're trying to do, as Grissom takes low, 2 balls, 1 strike, all we're trying to do is just prevent the chat from turning into, just an ugly, curse-ridden chat, In a perfect world, everybody understands the assignment and everybody, keeps the language, somewhere in the neighborhood of civil, but we're human. Sometimes things happen in these games, and you don't want to feel censored. You want to be able to say whatever you're feeling. Here's a ball hit toward Encarnacion Strand, and it's going to get through him down the left field line. The Angels are going to get on the board. Throw into second base is late. And suddenly, the Orioles are in trouble. It's now 2-1. The Angels now have the tying run in scoring position after a double by Vaughn Grissom down the left field line. Encarnacion Strand tried to backhand it, and he whiffed. And that really cost us because at that hot corner, you got to make sure that the ball doesn't get past you. You may not be able to field it cleanly and get it out. But in that spot, you got to keep it from going by you. And Encarnacion Strand could not do that. It is an error on him. E5. And Denzer Guzman with strike 1 at the plate now. Runner at second, 1 out. Pitch popped up. This should be the second out. Left field. Waiting on it is Franklin. He'll fire toward third. Grissom will hold at second. There are 2 down. We need 4 more outs with a 1-run lead right now. Hey, folks, the Orioles are giving away yet another hat. Oh, boy, and this time they didn't even bother. It's a hat with no color. A black and white O's hat, or gray and more like dark and light gray. Swing and a miss by Ballesteros. Folks, big moment in the ball game here. Tying run for the Angels at second base with 2 down. Kittredge trying to hold the lead here. Needs to get this guy to do it. The 0-1 to Ballesteros. That ball is going to be hit softly up the line. Ballesteros is not fast. What is that throw from Kittredge? What is that? What is that? Is Ballesteros in the base path? Did he block our throwing lane? We're going to have to look at this. Otherwise, Kittredge, what are you doing, sir? Is Ballesteros out? Did he get out of the running lane? Okay, so Ballesteros, okay. We're okay, folks. The umpires saw it correctly. Ballesteros trying to block the throwing lane for Kittredge. Throw hit him in the back, but the ump saw it, and he is out. So the inning is over. The Angels do get a run, though, and no more shutout, and no more room to screw up either. We have a one-run lead going into the bottom of the eighth. Some insurance here would be very nice. Folks, 2-1 Orioles going to the bottom of the eighth. And once again, 100 more people here right now than there are likes. Might I try once more, perhaps my last chance, as we are in a commercial break, waiting for the ninth inning to start. Please, let's make a deal. I'll give you 3 hours of free content every single night if you can take 2 seconds to hit the like button, and we'll call it even. All right? Free content for 3 hours, 2 seconds to tap a button. You're not going to find a better deal than that, folks. If you do, let me know, because I want in on that deal. Be right back. Hang in there, everybody.
He met a strange friend in the Chesapeake Bay when Monday the monster...
Ferris is on the pitch. Folks, save Ferris. All right. It is Ferris versus Narvaez, I believe. Narvaez, with his third at-bat as an Oriole, was hit by a pitch first time up. 0 for 1 on the night in his Oriole debut. The 0-1 pitch swung on. That's a ball rolled over to short. Should be routine. And Narvaez is retired. 1 down for Baltimore in the bottom of the eighth. Back to the top of the order. Last chance to add on here. Really could use an insurance run, and we're gonna send up Tyler O'Neill here to hit for Beavers with a right-handed bat of O'Neill versus the lefty thrower Ferris. Welcome in, Popeye.
Ahoy there! Anybody home?
First pitch to O'Neill outside for ball 1. O'Neill is hitting .209, which is terrible, but it's only slightly worse than Gunner's average at this point. That pitch inside, 2-0. And Yenier Cano is up in the Oriole pen. We shouldn't have done this to him. I mean, I hope it works out. But if Cano was ever a closer, how many years has he been with us now? 4? Suddenly, he's closer material? I mean, he's had some good seasons with us. That first season, he was unhittable. We still didn't try to use him as a closer, because he excelled in the role that he was given. Now we're asking him to do something new. O'Neill fouls off the 2-1 pitch. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Is Cano going to be able to handle the pressure of a 1-run lead to get 3 outs in the ninth? It's a different kind of situation. Here's a 3-2 pitch. O'Neill fouls it back. We'll do it again. We'll be heading to Arlington, Texas after this series ends on Thursday afternoon. Friday night, we start a series in Texas, and then we go to Minnesota. O'Neill to left. Does it have enough? That ball is gone! Bye, birdie! It just snuck over the wall in front of the bird bath. There's your insurance. Tyler O'Neill with his 8th home run of the season. The Orioles get that run back. It is 3-1. Folks.
It's magic, you know. Oh, it's magic. On a magic carpet ride. On a magic carpet ride.
Alonso takes a pitch in the dirt for ball 1.
You believe in magic.
Ahoy there! Anybody home?
Just clearing the wall. Full extension by Meckler out there. But that ball a couple of feet over his glove. Alonso with a hard hit ball to left. But that's another tough out to left tonight by Oriole batters. Meckler with the catch. The ball hit right to him. 2 down in the inning. All right, it's a huge insurance run. Man, Cano, I mean, if you're Cano and you're trying to mentally prepare yourself to be a closer, a 2-run lead versus a 1-run lead is a huge difference. Gunnar Henderson takes ball 1. We got some weirdos dressed up in the crowd tonight, and I love it. That pitch outside, 2-0. Gunnar is hitless. Let's get him that one hit to keep that average right around 219. Man, oh man, 2-0 pitch. That's low, 3-0. Okay, come on, Gunnar. .30 pitch. Taken all the way, and that's not close. Gunnar gets on base for the first time tonight with an easy 4-pitch walk. Nothing was close there. Ball 4.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
All right, folks. One more push. What do you say? 17 more likes gets us to 100. Once again, may I remind you that there are 100 people here right now that could simply shut me up by just taking a second. Whatever device you are currently tuned in on, just tap the thumbs up at the bottom of the screen. Help out the channel. It's free. Keep your wallet closed tight shut. I don't need it. Just help out with a like. For the love of God. Here's Christian Encarnacion Strand. 2 down, runner at first. He is 0 for 3, and he's also got an error in the field. It's not been a good night for him tonight. Maybe he can make up for it here. Pitch low for ball 1. Folks. Here comes the 1-0. That one's inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Orioles already with a home run off of Ferris in the inning by O'Neill. Encarnacion Strand with a hitter's count here. Make it 2-1 now. And the 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, a changeup way out in front of it was Encarnacion Strand. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A runner over at first, 1 run in for the Orioles. In the bottom of the 8th, they're ahead 3-1. We've hit 200 likes. Thanks, folks. Sorry I had to beat it out of you.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
Check swing foul, still 2-2. I mean, believe me, I feel uncomfortable Want to have to basically go, come on, people. That's why it's best to just go ahead and get it out of the way. You know, just get it out of the way. 2-2 pitch. That one's reached for and fouled away. We'll do it again. Gunner was off on that pitch, and we'll go back to first. Ferris up to 21 pitches here in the inning. Nah, I'm not going to push for 250. I'm going to keep my end of the bargain, even though there are plenty of people to get us to 250. I'm done. Encarnacion Strand reaches out, swings and misses on a pitch low and away, and the inning is over. But the Orioles go to their bench for a pinch hitter, and he comes up with a run, an insurance run, a home run. 8th home run of the season by Tyler O'Neill. Hit out to left. The Orioles will go to the bottom of the 9th, 3 outs away from their first post-trade deadline win. They lead at 3-1. Folks, I believe now's the time to check in with the Charm City chat in person. Not just here in my YouTube studio. I'm going into the channel itself like I'm a member of the audience because I want to spy on you guys. We're going into the 9th inning, needing 3 outs, which means we've got a certain little tradition around here to help get those 3 outs. What tradition are you talking about, BW? I'm talking about hitting those hearts. Those hearts down here. Folks, I'm tapping it right now. You see them hearts flying? They're available in the lower right-hand corner of your chat area there. And what we like to see are those hearts flying as we get these final 3 outs to help us secure a victory. It's good vibes. It's good for the vibes. All right, that's what we're going to try to do here. 3 more outs to go. Yenier Cano is going to try to close the door.
Close the door. Close the door. Close the door.
All right.
Close the door.
And because this is a tough spot for Cano, normally I don't do this when we have a... Oh, whoops. A little bit of too much sunlight there. Let's bring in a friend right here, right now. Folks, we're in the 9th. The first pitch from Cano is called a strike. We are underway. Cano, 3 more outs to go. Coming in with his 50th appearance of the season, an ERA of 2.15, whip of .93. It's the bottom of the order for the Angels. And it's Josh Lowe with his second at-bat since coming on to pinch hit. That pitch is a little bit high. The count is 1-1. Lowe with a single in the 7th. Very important to keep that leadoff hitter off. Get that first out. Oh, that one missed inside. A sinker, 2-1 to Lowe. Let's bring it back over here. Two balls, 1 strike. The pitch. That one's hit out toward left center. It's trouble. That ball's going to split the outfielders and roll up against the wall. It is a leadoff double off of Josh Lowe. Folks, you're going to have to let those hearts really fly here. Again, I didn't want to seal our fate talking about it, but we're asking Cano to be a closer here. It's a different kind of mentality, and I don't recall us ever making him try to do this before. Here we go. Tyler Heineman, a left-handed bat, is up to pinch hit, and he looks at a pitch low for ball 1. Hang on, folks. Hang on tightly. It's a good thing we got that insurance run, I'll tell you that right now. The 1-0. There's a strike. Cano hitting the corner up and in. Heineman's only hitting 174. You have to get him to establish a first out and prevent that tying run on base. Swing and a miss. Heineman chasing a splitter here to make it a ball and 2 strikes. All right, Cano, come on, buddy. You hear that support from the crowd? We're trying to support you, buddy. I know you're being asked to do this here. If maybe we can, come on, we can do this. Come on. The 1-2 pitch, up and away. 96 on a fastball, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Let's not get it to ball 3. We're talking about a backup catcher hitting 174. You got to get him right now. The pitch, hit on the ground over toward first. Alonso has to back up on it. He'll hit Cano covering the bag for the first out. It does move that runner at second up to third base, but that run doesn't mean much as long as we don't allow any more runners or a long ball. Doesn't really matter that he's at third base right now. 1 out in the inning for Meckler. Meckler, the number 9 hitter, 2 for 2 with a walk. He has yet to be retired. Can we retire the number 9 man for the first time tonight? First pitch is a strike. That's how you start it. A splitter from Cano. If it's a sac fly or RBI ground out, that's fine. That gets us to 2 out and bases empty with 1 out to get. Here's a pitch fouled away for strike 2. 0-2 on Meckler. Folks, keep those hearts flying. I'm trusting that you are. 0-2 the count. Cano is ready. The pitch. Ooh, that splitter started in the zone, dropped down out of the zone. Trying to get a chase, but Meckler was able to lay off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2. Tapped foul behind the plate. That ball hitting the backstop and rolling back in toward the infield. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Cano from the belt. The 1-2 pitch. Call that strike 3. There it is. The Angels are going to challenge. It is borderline. We might not have it. Let's wait a sec. The robot says strike. Cano just kissing that inside corner. Just a little mwah. Perfect pitch. 2 down, 1 to go.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Folks, 1 more. The batter is Zach Neto. He is 1 for 4. Fans rising to their feet. First pitch. There's that sinker. Right on the knees, outside corner, strike 1. Crowd getting louder. The 0-1 pitch. Back to that sink. Oh, it's a splitter. It fell out of the zone. Splitter misses low. The count even at 1-1. It's a festive atmosphere in the ballpark tonight, folks. I'm not sure why, but it is. Swing and a miss on a splitter. 1 more strike. Come on, folks. We got 350 people here right now. Go ahead and tap that like button. Help out. We are one strike away. Just give it a tap. The 1-2 pitch to Neto. That slider, oh, it's a sinker. It started on the out corner there and went away from the right-handed batter. Neto lays off. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Come on. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss! He struck him out! And the Orioles are in the win column. A 3-1 final. With 50 games to play post-trade deadline, this Orioles team says we're not dead yet. Our GM might think the season's over. We don't. 3-1, only 4 hits, out hit 11-4 on the night. No problem. The Orioles in the win column, final score 3-1. Cano with the save.
Ho, 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 it's magic, you know. Oh, it's magic. On a magic carpet ride, on a magic carpet ride. You believe in magic.
We will not go gently into that good night. The GM can write us off. And guess what, folks? If this Oriole team does figure out a way to get into October anyway, guess who will not be given any credit for that happening? The general manager, Mike Elias. That's right, dude. Don't even try to take credit if this team figures out a way to win in spite of your decision-making. Folks, the Orioles win it tonight. Let's talk about it.
O-R-I-O-L-E-S. Magic, 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 magic. Orioles magic. Philip Hackman. Magic, magic.
All right. So, here we are. We're in August. We're past the trade deadline. 50 games to play, and the first of those tonight was a win. The Orioles are back to within 2 games of 500. And we got a unexpected quality start out of Cade Povich. This rotation missing now Dean Kramer, one of our guys we parted ways with. An opening for Povich, at least until Chris Bassett returns. I think Povich has earned himself another trip through the rotation. Cade tonight went 6 innings, did not give up a run, scattering 7 hits and a walk while striking out 7. He had a really good changeup and a really good curveball tonight. It feels like that fastball was the pitch that guys were hitting out there, mostly for singles. Again, Angels had plenty of hits, 11 on the night, but just the 1 run. Mostly singles out there. Orioles doing everything to work around the traffic. Grayson Rodriguez, meanwhile, pitched his best start of the season and start as an Angel. He went 7 full innings, only giving up 2 earned runs, only giving up 4 base runners in 7 innings, 3 hits and a walk while striking out 6. Really a good pitching line, but he takes the loss. Sorry about that, bud. Sorry about that there, Grayson. And Cano, that's actually Cano's second save, but I can tell you right now, however he got that first save, it wasn't a standard closer situation. It might have been like an extra inning. We took a lead in the top of the 10th, and then he came in to finish out the bottom of the 10th, something like that. It wasn't like, hey, let's warm up Cano in the 8th so he's ready to close in the 9th kind of. This was his first proper save situation. And I was worried for him there. But he did give up a hit, but he also struck out 2 guys. He got the job done. Kittredge gave up a run, the only run of the night by the Orioles. But otherwise, really good pitching once again. Povich goes 6 scoreless. Rico damn near gave up a 3-run homer. He gave up a hit and a walk and then a ball that got all the way to the wall in left field. But that ball stayed in the yard. Had it not stayed in the yard, it's 4-3 Angels, and we lose. Huge moment there. We'll take a look at the batters here in a minute. Again, we didn't have a whole lot of offense, folks, but Grayson Rodriguez provided us just one little window of an opportunity to get something off of them, and the Orioles made the most of that one moment. G.E. Wilson says, we fight on, let's go O's. Thank you, G.E. Fight, fight, fight. Keep on fighting. Again, we're underdogs now. We're beyond underdogs. Our own GM has given up on us. So why don't we make him look stupid and start figuring out ways to win with what we got here? And again, he doesn't get any credit. If Christian Franklin suddenly puts this team on his back, no, you're not getting any credit there, Mike. Sorry. Don't even try. I've already read plenty of your hypocritical statements regarding how you're going to handle this trade deadline and everything else, or how you felt about Adley Rutschman. I'm sick of hearing the double talk, buddy. So, no credit to you. Christian Franklin getting a big hug from a rather attractive young blonde. Hello. Is that the girlfriend? Well done, Christian. You are motoring, my friend. I'd be motoring too. Folks, yes, the Orioles are now... Oh, are we back to 3 games under? I apologize. I think I might have told you we're 2 games under. We are 3 games under 500. My sincerest apologies. 55 and 58. Folks, I've been trying to figure out a path to get to 60 and 60. If we do that, we'd have to go 5 and 2. But look, these Angels, we can grab 2 of those 5 wins we need here this weekend. They are one of the worst teams in baseball. I'm sorry, it's the middle of the week. This week, we have a chance to sweep this series. We had our least known commodity on the mound tonight, Cade Povich, and he pitched a gem. Now we've got a couple of guys that are a little more trustworthy for these next 2 games. Trevor Rogers is going tomorrow night. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Trevor Rogers tomorrow night. And then we got Brandon. Every time he pitches, we pretty much win young in Game 3. Meanwhile, the Angels have Reed Detmers, a lefty, going tomorrow. I'm a little bit worried. Our offense does seem to struggle against lefties. But I'm willing to take this chalkboard of this 2026 season and all the stuff that's happened, all the notes that have been scribbled on that board to give us the big picture of what this team has been doing. I'm willing to take that eraser now and just scrub it all off and say, all right, clean slate. This is what the team is now. What can we do? What can we do? Trevor Rogers against Detmers tomorrow, and then Brandon Young on Sunday against Unannounced. Okay? Wow, my voice is getting scratchy. Already? Already? Folks, the Orioles, what have we done since the All-Star break? Well, remember, we won 4 games going into the break, and then it turned into a 7-game win streak. By the way, we really faced Houston at the right time. We swept them, and since then the Astros have probably been right there among the most hottest teams in baseball. They just shot their way back to the top of their division after playing us. Then that nightmare in Boston, lost 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3 to the Braves. Man, dropping series. So since the break, we are 3-2, 4-2, 4-3, 5-3, 5-4, 6-5, 8-5, 8-7. We're 9-7, 9-7 since the break. 2 games over 500 post All-Star break. 1 game over 500 post trade deadline. We're undefeated post trade deadline. Let's see how far we can get with this. Okay, folks, let's take a look at one more thing here. I'm going to the live standings. I know there's other games still going on. This game wrapped up pretty quickly tonight, just shortly after 9 p.m. Eastern. Baltimore is 2 games back. 2. And Cleveland, if they lose tonight, it'll be 1.5 games back and only 1 back in the loss column. And Elias gave up on this team. Cleveland is currently down by 4 runs in the 9th inning. They're going to the bottom of the 9th in Cleveland right now, down 4. They lose. There'll be a half game up on the Twins and 1.5 up on the Rangers, the Mariners, and us. And might I remind you, all these other teams on this bubble, all within a game of each other, they all went out and did stuff to improve their team. I mean, they might have made a couple of moves. They might have used both buckets and added some while also moving on from some others. But they definitely all tried to put some stock into this season. We're the only team in the mix that said, let's try it next year, when we don't even know what kind of season there's going to be. Oh, Elias really pisses me off. Elias really pisses me off, man. And I heard the arguments from people who said, man, these trades were good trades. We fleeced them. Is that what this is all about? To admire a GM for winning trades on paper? It doesn't matter after you've been here for nearly a decade and we don't have a playoff win yet. That's what we're wanting. And yeah, next time you win a trade, do it out of our own division. Okay, buddy? How about that? Folks, it is a 3-way tie right now between the Rangers, the Mariners, and us, all at 55 and 58. And we have the Twins. We're playing them head-to-head. We have the Rangers. We're playing them head-to-head. 2 of these teams in front of us, or tied with us virtually, are coming up in the next 2 series. Twins right now are losing. Kansas City's up 2-1. We're going to be rooting for Kansas City tonight. And Texas has a 2-0 lead on the Giants. That's going into the 4th inning in Texas. The Twins... let's see, the Mariners. The Mariners are the other team. Like Seattle. Again, Seattle. They traded Luis Castillo away. But they also got Taylor Ward off of us, along with a couple of other pieces. Seattle is hosting Detroit. Detroit is only a half a game behind us. I think with this series, you're going to want to see a split. But for now, I guess you're rooting for Detroit, being half a game back. Detroit and Seattle. I think you're going to see a split or whatever, 2 out of 3. You don't want to see either team sweep that series if you're us. Folks, that's a look at everything going on here. I am going to see if there's another streamer I can redirect you to. And I'll be on my way. And I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way. I'm taking my time, but I don't know where. Let's see who's on here. Looks like Dr. Delay's got Pirates and Brewers, and that game is currently in the bottom of the 5th. Okay, so that game is smack dab in the middle. Dr. Delay, buddy, come on, man. I'm giving you 4 redirects or more for every one my way. Come on, buddy. Send me some love next time, Doc. Let me get your link in here. Folks, say hi to Dr. DeLay for me. He covers Pittsburgh sports, but he also does national sports coverage of not even just baseball, NFL. He was covering the World Cup. He's a good guy, good play-by-play guy. Oops, I'm putting this link in the wrong place. Stand by. Where am I at here? Folks, we're at 230 likes. Just try to hit that like on the way out the door if you haven't already. But for everybody that did help out tonight, a big, big thank you. Thanks to the mods in the Charm City chat for once again doing another bang-up job, keeping the chat nice and charming. You know, it's tough for us fans after what we experienced yesterday and trying to cope with how this season's going. But sometimes when your back's up against the wall, you kind of, the pressure sort of goes away and suddenly you play a little looser and you start seeing some better results. This team is still nowhere near, fixed. Lots of issues, but maybe those issues can be canceled out and defeated with just good old-fashioned heart and focus and determination. The sort of things that you can find through analytics, the sort of things that no AI software is going to be able to print out and show you. These are what I like to call the intangibles, folks. The intangibles. We get those right. And I'm not gonna call this season a bust quite yet. Folks, I'm done talking. I'm done yapping. I hope you enjoyed the coverage tonight. Hope to see you back here again tomorrow. Coverage will begin at 6:15 p.m., 6:35 first pitch. Once again, it'll be Trevor Rogers against Reed Detmers. Hope to see you back for that. But until then, folks, have a good rest of your, Tuesday night. And come on back here tomorrow. And I'll be chirping at you later. All right, final score, Orioles 3, Angels 1. And sending it now to Dr. DeLay. Take care, everybody.